In this video, I'm going to show you why even the brightest minds like Brian Johnson, who's dedicated his life in figuring out how to reverse aging, or Ray Kurzweil, are chasing the wrong targets, and why the pursuit of immortality misunderstands our existence entirely, and how seeing consciousness differently can change the way that you live and the way that you see your life. We tend to see life like a flame, lit once at birth, and burned steadily for years, until one day it gutters out. Darkness. The end. That's the story we tell ourselves about death. But it's wrong. When we look at a flame closely, we see that it's just fuel being consumed molecule by molecule, and in every instant the fire dies and is reborn again. Consciousness is exactly the same. It appears to be in a continuous burn, one unbroken you, or I. But in truth, it's pulses, tiny bursts of neurons firing, each rising and fading, replaced by the next. Psychologists call it temporal binding. Your brain stitches events across milliseconds into a single moment. It's the exact same reason a flickering light looks steady, or a film reel becomes a seamless story. There's no single spark that makes a flame. No single moment of awareness that makes you. It only feels continuous because the memory stitches the sparks together. And the truth is, you're born and die every instant, with each pulse that flares, lives for a breath, and then passes again. See, that passing of the flame is what we call life. Some think that the answer is to try and live forever. Brian Johnson spending millions to try and rewind his age, keep his body in perfect condition. But if each moment is just a flicker, what exactly is he trying to preserve? So when we talk about death, what exactly are we afraid of? We've been living and dying all along. But our fear has a history. The creatures that valued continuity, that planned and remembered, lived anxiously and bonded, survived more often than those that didn't. A fear of ending, an attachment to the self, vigilance for tomorrow. These are our survival tools. It's our evolution that's wired us to protect our conscious stream. And that wiring is adaptive, but it's not the ultimate truth. In the episode of Black Mirror called San Junipero, a simulated afterlife where people live on a digital paradise, it's seductive because it preserves the feel of you, lovers reunited, memories intact, and a world that runs forever. But what's really happening in this simulation? Programs start on servers, copies of patterns run, and they behave like you. But they're just new streams. To truly continue the same subjective life, you'd need an unbroken chain from this brain to the next. Black Mirror animates the structure. It doesn't extend the original current. A photograph of a flame can look perfect, but it doesn't burn. One day the body, the wax, the wick will stop feeding the fire. There won't be any more pulse, and there's no further torch to pass. And here's the truth about that. You were never the wax. You were never the wick. You weren't even a single flicker. You were the process of burning itself. The simple dance of fire. So how do you cheat death then? And what does that mean? Well, it's not done by clinging to the single flame or building monuments or chasing permanence. It's done by seeing clearly. There was never a flame to keep. And when it changes, it won't feel any different to every pulse you've already had.